I want to make a really quick video in regards to tattoos, especially individuals who want to tattoo themselves outside of their home. So obviously, like, the first thing I want to say, in complete respect to all tattoo artists, if you want to actually tattoo yourself and you want to pursue it as a living and make a career out of it, there's two ways to go about this. Number one, build an art portfolio, right? Have a variety of art, constantly practice, whether it's drawing, painting, charcoal, pastels, whatever it is. Like, become very versatile in that, and don't just get good at one style. If you can, branch out, learn different types of styles of art. That's very important. Secondly, how to run a machine. Don't call them a fucking gun, okay? It doesn't fucking put slugs in anybody. It's a fucking tattoo machine. Sorry, it's not an interchangeable word. Tattoo machine. Foot pedal, power supply. Like, it's all fucking, it's not a fucking gun. God, otherwise we'd have to register them here in Canada. Please do not tattoo other people. What I'm going to tell you is things I wish I would have known. I have tattooed a majority of my body, my legs, everything. Well, not the blackout sleeve, but everything that was under the blackout sleeve, which goes all the way up to my chest, I have tattooed myself. So I have a little bit of experience by being a home done tattoo kitchen scratcher. I'm not an artist. I took an apprenticeship back in 2011, 2012, roughly, just around the time when I started scaffolding. I took it on as a hobby because it was just kind of fun and really interesting, and I knew nothing about what I was fucking doing. I got a complete crash course and I figured it out the hard way. So in the event you want to learn how to tattoo and maybe get ahead of the apprenticeship a little bit, these are some things I would recommend, things that I wish I knew when I was first starting, and things I wish I would have applied rather than just jumping straight into my legs and tattooing myself. The first thing I recommend before any tattoo artist or anyone lights me up, hear me out, okay? Go on Amazon, buy yourself a cheap rotary machine, okay? Loyal to the coil. Anyway, the reason I say buy a cheap rotary machine is this is something you can practice on. You're not going to practice tattooing skin. You're going to practice drawing with it, okay? So you can buy metal grips. You can buy a lot of various shit or different shit for it. But essentially, all you want to do is buy the coil, the machine. Like I said, $20, $50 on Amazon. Buy the rotary machine, or buy a coil machine. Get used to the vibration. So what you're going to do is you can grab a pen or a pencil, you can put it up into the cartridge holder where your plastic tube holder, your sleeve, would go, right? And all you're going to do is just get used to holding that. So you'll have the pen there or the pencil, lock it in, and then build yourself a little grippy, just like a disposable grip or a steel grip, something you can comfortably hold and get used to it. Because if you're sitting there holding a pencil and then balancing it, it's going to be uncomfortable. So grab some tape or whatever, maybe some paper towel, give yourself a little ball, and just get used to holding it. What you're going to do next is buy a notebook, one that has lines for days, and just practice drawing over the lines, tracing those lines, both sides. Do this for a long time, until you can get really quick at it and not have to sit there and hold it, and like you can just drag that line and go, right? That's what I recommend for starters. Once you get comfortable with that, then look at buying you could even keep practicing with the coil machine, honestly. The next thing I would recommend is once you get good at tracing straight lines in your notebooks, go to practicing stencils. Now, you're not going to put these stencils on yourself. You're just going to print off an image off Google and get into the habit or get used to tracing that. Now you're used to doing straight lines with your machine. Now you need to learn how it feels to curve and move the machine from different angles. Because once you're on skin, it's very fucking different than just tracing paper. But you want to get comfortable with the machine, essentially. That's the biggest thing, is getting comfortable, okay? Once you've gotten really comfortable and it's gotten really smooth and your lines are really crisp at tracing stencils or print-offs off the internet, the next thing you want to do, and even practice drawing with the coil machine. If you're going to do like an art design, just a simple fucking drawing or whatever, do it with the coil machine. Get used to it so you know how it feels. Do it while you're doing the outline, shading, all the details. Do it with that. Practice with the machine so you're used to what it feels like. A pen and a pencil, in comparison to like holding an actual machine in your hand, are very fucking different. Very, very different. once you've gone from the notebook to tracing and doing outlines or doing your own artwork with that, and you've gotten really good at it and you're really comfortable with how it feels in your hand, start with a grapefruit. Okay, grapefruits are really cheap, they're easy to get your hands on in comparison to going to a butcher and getting pig skin or artificial skin off Amazon. You can do either or. Okay, but for starters, just for doing outlines, get a grapefruit. Right, it's not the same as skin, but it's not a bad thing to practice on. It's just for practicing purposes. Okay, so get the grapefruit, practice your outlines on that. And when you start off, don't do big fucking images like this. Don't do big prints, don't do big drawings. Do something small, right? Like literally no more than like 3 inches by 3 inches tops for your first couple of ones. Smaller is better. Like a fucking Monster Energy drink, like can, like the circumferences or whatever, like the width of an energy drink, no bigger than that, just for starters. Once you've gotten comfortable with the grapefruit, then you can either go to a local butcher, get pig skin, or go online and see if you can find artificial skin. I would recommend either or, right? Practice on those. Then you can try and figure out how to shade, how to do the lining, and so on. Once you've gotten good with that, you've gotten comfortable with that, then practice on yourself. Practice on your legs. Don't worry about shading and filling it all in. Practice on your lines. Lines. You can always go back and touch up your lines. You can always go back and shade it. But just do your lines. That's it. Practice doing your line work. One thing I want to really stress to anyone, especially if you're going, once you start lining a tattoo, if this is my tube, my disposable cartridge, okay? Like for example, my unit is a rotary pen style. So it has a battery, like the power supply and everything. It's all one unit. It's just a pen, and I can just and go. Okay. When I'm setting up my needles, if this is my like my cartridge, my disposable tube, whatever, so like the plastic sleeve that my needles rest in, my needles, so this is the sleeve, never rest out past it. My needles are always in, and when they run, they are flush, at most flush with my plastic sleeve. If you have your needles out and they're resting out and you tattoo like that, you are gonna snag skin, and it's not fucking pleasant. It's not fucking pleasant, and you will fucking know when you snag skin. The last bit of advice I want to give, this is preference. When you do decide to shade a tattoo or fill it in, start with round shaders. Don't go with a meg, okay? Reason I say, a lot of people don't understand with certain megs, if it's a flat meg or a rounded meg, they have two different styles of shading, okay? That being said, depending which meg you want to use, you can actually fucking cut somebody, all based on how you tip it or angle that meg. So just practice with round liners and round shaders for the first little while, once you do decide to commit to some sort of skin. And you should be committing to, like I said, artificial skin that you can get offline or get online, or pig skin. Once you've gotten really comfortable and good with that, then jump to flesh, like people. But please do not tattoo anyone. I need to stress that. If you're going to tattoo, just tattoo yourself, especially if it's just for fun. Tattoo yourself. If you're trying to build up an apprenticeship, don't completely cover yourself, because the tattoo artist will want to see you tattoo. Practice on a leg, save a leg. You can even fucking hammer out an arm, but save somewhere so they can actually watch you tattoo, because they're going to do that. You just simply walk in and be like, I did this. I'm not going to believe you. I don't think any tattoo artist would necessarily. They're going to want to watch how you do it, how you set up, everything. And when the time comes to actually tattoo someone, I need to stress this. Cleanliness is next to godliness, okay? It doesn't matter if you're in a shop, at home, your whole work area, clean it. I clean my stuff before I use it, and I clean my stuff after I'm done using it. I wipe everything down before I use it. I wipe everything down before and after. Like, I'm always making sure my shit is clean. You can have a very clean environment at home if done properly, Okay, I need to stress that, if done properly. Right? You can get infections anywhere, whether it's aftercare or at a shop or at home while getting tattooed. So if you're gonna tattoo yourself, take the proper precautions. Can't tell you what to do. You're a fucking grown-ass adult probably watching this, or you're a fucking teenager. If you are a teenager, please, for the love of fuck, just hear me out. I started tattooing myself when I was 15. I got a bunch of tattoos that I thought were cool then. I'm almost 30 years old now. This changes your maturity, what you thought was cool, everything that fucking is relevance of some sort to you changes. It's like, I swear, every fucking 10 years, you will not be the same person you were 10 years ago. You just mature, you grow. So if you think you like a tattoo, sit on the fucking thing and wait. Don't just fucking go off Google Images or Pinterest or wherever you found this fucking design and slap it on your skin, because odds are you're gonna look back at this and be like, that was fucking dumb. Take that from anyone who is in their 30s or older. They'll probably tell you they have a tattoo that was fucking stupid. Look at me. Everything is cover up or rework because I got dumb shit because I thought it was cool. Anyway, that being said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up or don't. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Okay. Smoochies. Toodles.